Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's fucking pickups. I think that's what we'll call it. In case you're wondering why I'm not using my little tiny remote, my little latest addition to the games room, I can't fucking find it. It's so small. It's around here somewhere, you know. But I'm like sitting here going, what's missing? My little remote. But do apologise. Anyway, getting back to today's video, I had a great pickups day out today with shout out Chris. He wanted to go game hunting. He wanted to stay local, so we decided to go to Port Talbot. It was between Port Talbot and Swansea, so I thought the CX, we get much better service in the one in Port Talbot, and today we got great service again. I know about a month ago, one of the guys in there put the wrong game in the case, but I took it back and they sorted it out straight away. I think they couldn't find the original game, but that guy wasn't working today, so maybe they got rid of him because he didn't give a shit. But today was great. So we went to CEX. No, first of all, we went to Cash Generator or whatever that shop is called. It's very hit or miss, but we were only there a month ago. They didn't have nothing stood out in there, so I thought, okay, worth going in. Chris didn't pick up anything either. Then we went to CEX. Then we went to Retro Stash. Oh, I did have their card. I was going to give them a little plug, but I can't find it. Oh well, I'm losing everything. I'm losing my mind, baby. If it's you, I'll give him a shout out. But yeah, okay. Shout out Retro Stash in Port Talbot. Google it if you're in the area. I think that today actually there was someone in there. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but there was someone in there today. I think they'd come from Cardiff. Listening in to other people's conversations as I do, always nosing. Yeah, he said, I just heard about the store, so word is getting out there, you know. Anyway, let's go back. So yeah, didn't buy anything in Cash Generator or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called. It's got Cash Generator, then underneath in like fancy writing, or whatever it's fucking called. I think that's what the official name is. Yeah, so didn't buy anything in there. Went into CEX, and to be fair, they had I don't know if all CEX do. I've never noticed it before, but they had a bit of a display on, like a Halloween theme. They had, in the window, they had like Halloween movies and all the scary movies, some steelbooks and stuff like that. Then they had, I hope they were fake spiders. Otherwise, CEX Talbot, you got a spider problem. Because they were all inside in all the cabinets and stuff. But I've got arachnophobia, so luckily they weren't the most realistic looking spiders. So thank you for that. Otherwise I probably wouldn't want to go in. Yeah, so I had a nice display in the window. Went in and I was trading in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I think that's how you pronounce it. There's always a guy. I always pronounce stuff wrong, so there's a guy always comments, you pronounce it this way. So I'm glad I'm making you laugh, mate. Happy fucking days, innit? Yeah, so I had Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they give me 12 quid store credit for that. And they made a mistake as well. I know I'm going ahead. The guy, I picked up an anime, and the guy said, oh, good news, it's £1 cheaper. So, yay! I already knew that, though, because I always do my screenshots, my checks, the day before, the morning of. But yeah, I think he made a mistake on the receipt. It was should have been £21 I spent in there, and it came to £17. And he checked, as he done it, I paid, and he was like, oh, and looking at his receipt, looking a bit you could tell by his body language, something wasn't right. So I consider that, right, karma, because it was that store that messed up my order before, and that fucking Killzone 3. I've told you about the story. I'll give you the snippets then. I went to not Port Talbot, I went to CX about a month ago, just under a month ago, and one of the games I wanted to get there was Killzone 3. They're showing Killzone 3 and Killzone 2. And the guy wasn't concentrating, wasn't doing his job properly, and he put Killzone 2, which I've already got, the game for that, inside the Killzone 3 case. I had no idea till I got home. And I messaged CEX, the helpline chat thing, message thing. Basically, there's nothing they can do. I can either take it back there or just go to my nearest CEX for a refund. They didn't. Anyway, so that's kind of karma. So that £4 makes me feel good, you know. I got my revenge for that. I will get a version of Killzone 3 some point in my life. Anyway, let's show you some pickups, shall we? I got them in no particular order. I've just basically got them, I think, in size of the box. So I picked up a Nintendo DS game, showing that some love. I picked up Warhammer Squad Commander. Sorry, Russell, edit that out. Cheers, fam. Yeah, I picked up Warhammer Squad Command. And the funny thing with this, right, they were showing this. They had this in stock, and they were showing that they had it on the PSP. It's like £1.50, or this, I think it's just £2.50, and on the PSP it was showing £1.50, but I couldn't find it. They didn't have it in there, so and I had a good luck. But yeah, I think it's like a strategy kind of game, Command and Conquer style. It looks really good, I gotta be honest. Yeah, I'm well impressed with that so far. And complete in box, baby, got all the shit, you know. I think I've done well with CIB on this trip. Yeah, looking forward to getting into that. Okay, what else did I pick up? It wasn't just that. I picked up, oh wow, I picked up 3 PSP games. Okay, it would have been 4 if they had that game in stock. I picked up Wipeout Pure. I've had my eye in this game for quite some time. I think this was like £2-3, something like that. Again, as you can see, CIB. Very happy with that. Nice condition as well for CEX, you know. Yeah, look at that. Wow, look at that fucking hell. Yeah, the graphics look really good as well. So the good thing with this is this seems like a game you can just jump in and out of. So if I was going somewhere on the train, decided like a longer journey, normally a book keeps me entertained. But yeah, maybe the PSP might make a comeback. Well, I'm planning on by showing it some love. Yeah, it looks pretty good fun. Like a game you can dip in and out of. Another game I picked up, I think it's £1 or £1.50. 300 March to Glory. My brain, I can't ever remember any games coming out. Pointing over there. No, it's not over there, it's there. Yeah, so it looks alright. It looks a product of its time, you know. But yeah, this should be a good laugh. I really hope there's that scene where the guy kicks the other guy and goes, "Hey, you, this is Sparta." And he does like the karate kick. That's how my memory, how I remember it. Or let's see if we can do it. "Hey, you, nasty man, leave here. This is Sparta." There we are. Acted perfectly, as per usual. Get the lighting back. Yeah, I am available for work, Hollywood. Just call me. Just inbox me on my Instagram. That's probably the best way to get in touch. Saying about my Instagram, check it out. Same name as my channel name. Tony Fighter Alpha 2 Turbo. Okay, check that shit out. Another game I picked up. I went to Carmarthen, and this was on my list, but they didn't have it in stock there, so their stock file was wrong. But I picked up Lemons. This is a great example of a game I think would be perfect on the PSP, or actually, this would be perfect on a Vita with the touch screen shit, you know. But yeah, it looks really, really, really good. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. And I was only £2-3 as well. Happy days. A game looks amazing. I love my sniper games. I can't believe he didn't have it in the collection. Sniper Ghost Warrior. Didn't break a bank with this game. £2, I believe. And I don't know. Look at the graphics on that. Bloody hell. That's pushing the limits if it does look like that. Yeah, I like... The thing is, Sniper Elite 3... Oh, by the way, Sniper Elite 3 on the PS4. I had that when it first came out. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved that game. And I had Sniper Elite 4, funny enough, when the day it came out. I think it came out on Valentine's Day one year. It was a very romantic time in my life. It was me and 2 bottles of wine and Sniper Elite 4, baby. What more could a man ask for? A hangover in the morning is the answer. Yeah, so that game is going up in price, that is. I think it's around about the 15 quid. I swear to God, about 2 years ago, that was like a £2-3 game on the PS4. So if you see it, and you're into your games, buying for value, definitely worth checking out. I've got that on digital, so I've already got my copy here now. But yeah, this looks good. So obviously, Sniper Elite is World War II based. This looks like it's current times or even in the future, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a shout. I've got to be in the mood to play this kind of game. Sniper games, or like slow stealth games, we got to have patience. I used to love playing them. They were my game of choice when I was drinking. So I never used to drink my wine out of a glass. I always used to drink it out of a bottle. So I could like hide in a bush, wait for the guys to walk past or whatever, or be observing the patterns where they're walking and stuff, and you know, finding the lay of the land kind of thing. And I'd be drinking my bottles of wine, you know, just getting wasted, but with the headphones on, really getting immersed into the game. So this is going to be a test for me, actually, to see if I can play this type of game, because I'm Sober Tony now. Sober Tony Fighter Alpha 2 Turbo. Another game, I thought I had this game, Micro Machines V4, but after a closer inspection, there's 2 Micro Machine games came out on the PS2, unless I'm mistaken. But V4, it's either a different version of the game, or later, sequel, prequel, I don't know, of the Micro Machines games. And I grew up with the Micro Machines on the GameCube, and I still love it. I had it, and my brother had an N64 in his student days. And so Micro Machines was a perfect party game. So it's 4-player Micro Machines, couple of beers down. But I always used to win. I was so competitive. I would really focus on it. I knew all the shortcuts. So yeah, I've always had a soft spot for any Micro Machines game, you know. So I'm glad to have that. I think that cost me... There's no big, expensive pickups today. That cost me, I think, £2, £2.50. If it wasn't in such good condition, I'm not in a hurry for this, but again, it is complete in box. Bambino, happy days. The discs, all the discs as well, are really, really well looked after. And also, it's a very good habit. This is Tony's tip of the day. Check your discs when you leave CEX, or as the guy should be checking the condition. CX, if you're ever going to listen to my massive YouTube channel, my advice is, can you ask your staff to check the condition of the discs? In my opinion, it should be a must. Do you know what I mean? Say, you've got to check the condition of disc before you give it to the customer. But my tip is to watch the games as they're going in. Or sometimes, if they're a bit further away or something, or your eyesight's not that bad, or you don't want to, if it gets awkward watching the guy, you know, check as soon as you leave the store that the right games are in the right case before you go home, because otherwise you'll end up like me, Kesson 3less. That's a name for a channel, Tony Kesson 3less, and I'll change it back when I get to when I finally get a version of Kesson 3 in my collection. Right, the next game is a typical example of a game I had when it first came out. Was enjoying it, but I wasn't really feeling it. I think I paid £50 for it when it first came out. So the game is Call of Duty World War II. I never finished it. I got to the, I think it's a bit where you're flying like in a Spitfire or one of the World War. I'm not a historian, believe it or not. You might think I'm an expert on everything, but no, I'm not a historian. I know, it's mad. I believe there's, we call it World War II aircraft, okay, that level, and I stopped playing it because this came out, the Call of Duty's come out, it's quite a busy time of the year, and I thought, it's okay, but I can go back to CEX, or go to CEX, get almost what I paid for it, and get the next game. And I thought, I promised myself I'd go back to it when it comes down in price. I think I paid either £6 I paid for that. So I'm in the mood for that as well. I might play that over the weekend or stick it on. I remember it's quite buggy though. I remember they do the bit where you storm the beach. Again, I'm not a historian. I believe it's Normandy. There was a guy died next to me, but his leg was up in the air. It was like, why is his leg like ridiculously straight? I was like, oh, he died, or he's having cramp, or something. I thought this is, and there was loads of bugs in it. So I hope they fix those bugs. But for £6, you can't go wrong. And it is CIB. I wouldn't, got a couple of things in there, mind. Yeah, done really well on the old CIB this weekend. Let me just move them out of thy way. This was a blind buy. I'd heard of the game, but when I bought it, I completely forgot. I was like, oh, this looks good. I think it was £6. Rustler. Now, it's a medieval, saying I'm a historian, it's like a fictional history, medieval, but it's like who remembers the original Grand Theft Autos, like GTA London and stuff like that, where it's top down? It's more that kind of game, so it's not directly top down, but it's at a slight angle. I don't know if you can see the screenshots there. It's meant to be like a good sense of humour, a smaller version. It's not like a massive game like the early GTA games, but I had a ton of fun with those games, So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. It seems like a good laugh, and it wasn't an expensive game. And a game it was one of the first. Well, it was the first ever game I played on my PS4, was Killzone Shadowfall. Yeah, it was £2, something like that. I thought if I see it, and I did see it. It did go up to like the £4 or £5. I went back up, and I was coming back down. So I thought just pick a copy up, Tone. A little bit naughty though, the guy, right? I purposely was 4 on the shop floor, and I picked the case I grabbed wasn't quite as good condition as this, right? But it had a barcode there, and it didn't say not to be sold separately. So these must have been the ones that originally came inside the box. That was my first version of the PS4. Anyway, we had all the Killzone artwork and stuff on the actual PlayStation 4 box. And the guy, cheeky little fucker, swapped the case. It's not a big deal. There's no point. I paid £2.50 for it. CX will probably give me 50p or less, 10p or something for this. I'm not buying it to ever trade in. I wouldn't get my money back on it. But it's like, no, I'd rather have the one with the barcode as a collector with my collector's hat on. That's why I picked the one. And he must have had another one of these cases behind the till and swapped the case. But it's not a major thing, but it's like I actually made that conscious decision. He's technically giving me the wrong product, so you're losing some points there, Patalbert. But there is one guy in there. He served my mate Chris today. He's brilliant. Maybe he's the manager. He seems a bit young, but maybe that sounds a bit ageist. To me, everyone's young because I'm an old man with old bones. But yeah, he's very good, but they got one or two other questionable stuff in there, Right, that's all the games I picked up. And I was talking to a guy in work, and he was telling me I really need to get into Naruto. And it's a bit overwhelming, because there probably is hundreds of episodes. So I've got Naruto Series 1, Volume 1. Now, it's in a fancy sleeve and everything, so I'm quite looking forward to this. Apparently, it gets better than this, but I don't want to jump in. Some people are saying, oh, you got to, when he's older or this or that, but I'm going to watch this one and get into it. And they did have, maybe I'll regret not picking it up. This was £3. They did have Series 1, Part 2 there. So I don't know how, I think it's, 310 minutes. There, so that should keep me entertained for £3. What an absolute bargain, in my opinion. So I'm really enjoying it. I got a bit of a routine now, see. So I finished One Punch Man. I finished Berserk. So the last half hour before I go to bed, I'm making the effort now to watch a manga or an anime, on my TV. So yeah, that's going to be either that or one of the other pickups. Which you'll see in a second. Probably do that last, actually. Yeah, I'm going to watch that probably first, okay? Right, a game. Oh, so we left there, and shout out Ricky. We saw Ricky. He was on his push bike, running some errands, as they say. Yeah, on my Instagram, it's really hard to share links on Instagram. I don't know how to do it. Let me know in the comments if anyone knows how to do it. Just before filming this video, I've put it on my story as well. Ricky has set up, it's a really good idea. He set up a business where, like a side business, you know, where he's buying comics, and he's not just buying like Marvel, he's got like football, old comics. I'm not sure the names of these comics, like Silver Surfer, Marvel, all that stuff, right? He's doing, and he's framing them so they're genuine comics, putting them in a frame, a nice frame, and he's selling them. I think it's really cool. I've actually got a Street Fighter comic, gold edition, on my wall. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks really cool in a frame. But Ricky's going out. So I have to go find a frame. Or what will that? You know, he's taking all the legwork. He's doing the hard work and just selling it. I think it's reasonable prices as well on his comics. But it's a nice feeling that there. If I want to take that comic out and have a read. Saying that, I've actually got another one. I got a Primal Rage one. So yeah, and they look really nice, but it's a nice feeling to go, that's a genuine comic in there. If you're into collecting and preserving your comics as well, what a great way. It's going to be nice and safe, fucking up on the wall so you can enjoy it. It's not in a package, you know, stored away for safety. You're enjoying it and preserving it. So yeah, check out his, he's got a GoFundMe, okay? He's taken a brave step, basically, of setting up his own business. I got a couple of bets on the football today, so if my bets come through, all my winnings I'm going to donate to his GoFundMe. So shout out Ricky. I think it's very brave and good idea, you know. And I think he had like a stack of stuff on his bike. I think with comics or something. So good luck with that, Ricky. But please, guys, go to my Instagram and check out his GoFundMe. It tells a bit more on there, okay? Right, then we went to, that was on the way to Retro Stash, and I went in there, and Devil May Cry 3. I haven't got it in my collection, right? And in CX, I think at the moment, on the PS2, it's £8. And I'm still, even though I found it, right? So I got it there, I paid £3 for it, right? I'm chuffed, and it's the special edition as well. So for £3, it's not complete in box. It probably was a manual. Disc is nice, no problems there. It's in good condition as well. But all the CXs for the last 12 months, every CX I've gone to, I've been searching for this game just to see it on the shelf in Retro Stash. Happy fucking day. That's the best pickup of the day, I gotta be honest. I've never played it. I've played 1, 2, 4. I loved 5. I gotta be. 5 is my favourite, but apparently this is where it's at, you know. I don't know what the difference is with the special edition, but it's one of those games where I think I'm missing out because I haven't experienced it, you know. But like for £13, £14, you can buy on Amazon brand new the trilogy on the PS4, so the HD graphics. But yeah, for £3, I'm definitely gonna go this route. Ooh, anyone want an ice cream? Can you hear that? Ice cream van's here. I always dance to the ice cream van music. I'm a twat, I know. Right, then, another game I picked up, mainly for the lols. I picked up Medal of Honor, Rising Sun. The one that came out before this, was it Frontline or something like that? Again, shout to me in the comments, whatever it was called. Remember the first level was brilliant. I think you're on a sinking ship and stuff. I thought, this is brilliant. And it just went downhill really fast. So for £1, it's good condition. A lot of the games in Retro Slash, to be fair, are very good condition, you know. So £1, you can't go wrong, you know. So yeah, happy to have that in the collection. Probably not going to play that for a while, but maybe I'll do it on my YouTube channel one day just to see if it's as bad as I remember. I think I had it on the Xbox, so maybe that might be even worse. A game I'm fully aware, right? Men of Valhalla. I picked this game up a month ago. Yeah, I think about a month ago when I was on my week off, I picked this up. But the condition was questionable. I think I paid 50p for it. That one. This is 50p. yeah, so this is complete inbox. I thought for 50p, I would regret not picking this up, just in case it's a really, really good game. I'd rather keep this one and maybe donate the other one or something like that. So yeah, so happy days. Speaking of Xbox, this is an only on Xbox game. Soldier of Fortune 2 Double Helix. £1. Happy days. Again, brilliant condition. This is like brand new. I've got a feeling that someone had gone in recently, within the last 4 weeks, and traded in a load of games. Somebody who looks after their stuff, you know. Does make you think what he's giving. If he can sell it for £1, what's he giving to the people? Or maybe he's buying in bulk, you know. But yeah, so really happy to have that in the collection. I didn't play this back in the day, but I had a friend who loved every single first-person shooter he'd play, and he rated it. I think the magazine, the reason I didn't have it, the magazines were quite harsh. I think it was like a 6 out of 10 or something. I don't know if I'm thinking of the right game, but it had really bad enemy AI. So it got marked down on that. But yeah, these games, I like them. You know, it takes me back to a happier time in my life, you know. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. That was all the games I bought today, okay? And then the thing with Retro Stash, right, it kind of is a criticism. And the man in there today, the owner, I think it's two brothers own it, he was talking to a customer, telling the customer exactly what me and Chris, I've worked in retail a long time, and so has Chris, very experienced. We've worked together for years as well. That's how I met him, actually. Shout out, Chris. He's got too much stuff in there. I didn't even, for example, today, I didn't even look at the PS3 section because it's in like plastic containers on the floor, and he had stuff stacked, so I know what's in there because I can see the side. And I know because I've been there so many times that's where his PS3 games are. But he's got toys, he's got way too much stock, and then to go into the cabinet, like for what game was it? It was a game, and he had the prices were on the side. It was an N64 game, and it was Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I got my eye on that, and he had it boxed. It looked really minty, and it was either £8 or £18. But the way he'd positioned it, and there was something blocking, and I couldn't see, and I thought I'll ask him now. But I couldn't be bothered to ask him because we'd have to open the cabinet. We'd have to move piles of stuff, right, just to get to it, and it's just like, it spoils my shopping experience. So basically, he was saying to this customer, I'd probably sell a lot more stuff if I had less in here, but I haven't got time to sort it out. I haven't got time. And I thought, well, if you've got a shop, you want to sell more, don't you? I think he needs to either shift the stock, like have an idea, like I've got all this stock and it's been sitting there for ages, have a sale. When you go to Retro Stash internationally, he does 3 for £5. Have 3 for £5 on certain things, the older games or whatever. Just shift a load of stuff, right? And then all of a sudden, the floor space will open up. It'll feel like he's got a bigger shop. Anyway, that was my little rant, right? But it's quite frustrating that he's aware of it. Like, me and Chris thought he's not aware, because maybe he hasn't been in retail as long as me and Chris have. But he's fully aware of the problem, but he's not doing anything about it, you know? But anyway, so what I was going with that was I saw, so either someone's been in there recently or somebody's moved something and it's like, whoa, I haven't seen these before. So they're £2 a pop, right? Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Okay? Now, £2, kind of the going rate for these, right? You can get them on Amazon for around about that price, okay? So this is volume 1, and each one of these, right, I got a few of them, comes with, they're all mint, right? They've been really looked after, okay? So for £2, right, I got 2 discs, and every single one of them comes with a poster. And obviously the posters are different, okay? So we've got that one in there, for example. And then you've got some other artwork to enjoy, okay? I love all this stuff. I am a fan of Ghost in the Shell. I've watched the original movie. I enjoyed the movie with what's that tart's name? Scarlett Johansson or whatever her name is. The girl with the deep voice. Her voice doesn't match her though, does it? It's funny. Yeah, tell her I said that. Yeah, so each one of these, right? So obviously I thought £2 really good value for that. I've looked online, you can pick them up, but I got the whole series. I thought, okay, £2, happy days. So there's volume 1. So volume 2, and the posters that's inside, every single one of them's got the poster, okay? It's what's on the cover there. All right, so there's volume 2. I'm probably going to start watching this tonight, I think. Oh, that's a cool poster. Volume 3. I was talking to someone in work the other day about what's my most expensive video game. I've got a couple of big hitters. I think Skies of Arcadia, £100. Sometimes it's 95, sometimes it goes up to £125. One of the Zelda games I've got is really expensive. But a game that's skyrocketed in price, I think I paid £10 for it, was Ghost in the Shell on the PlayStation 2. I can't get past the first level. I'm going to go back to it, right? But I've got like the fancy slip-on case thing. That's going up. That's like £40, something like that now. And that's CX. They haven't got any in stock. So I think it's like around about the £50 mark on eBay. I'm not selling it. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. Anyway, getting back to these. This is volume 4. So this has got like 1, 2, 3, 4, or average of 4 episodes per disc, you know, or per box. That's volume 5. Maybe that's not the coolest poster. I probably like the first one the most. Volume 6. That's pretty cool. Yeah, £2. I would have really regretted. I thought, shall I be the guy? I hate it when somebody buys just volume 1. And the thing is, volume 1 was at the bottom, and I was like, oh man, some idiots just come in here and bought volume 1, or somebody's traded in them all apart from volume 1. But I was going to be that guy, but then Chris spotted, no, there's volume 1 at the bottom of the pile, and there's volume 7. So that's the final series, episode 24, 25, and 26. And it looks like as well, there's special features on every single disc. Maybe the trailers or stuff like that. So I love all that. So I've definitely had my money's worth on them. Because they're brand new, aren't they? I could have picked that up from fucking HMV. Or God knows how much they're selling there. I don't care. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that's my pickups. In my pickups in Retro Stash was less than £20. So I've had all that. I think that's everything I had. Oh no, I didn't get that. I had basically that. All that for, I think it was £19.50 cash. Okay, my card's playing up. Yeah, so I did really well there. Then we went to Wilko's and I bought some fucking bulbs, baby. So now in my kitchen, I'm not in the dark. What should I eat? What am I eating? No, I'm only joking. Yeah, so I bought some fucking bulbs. I don't know why they're there. My only online pickup or order of the week that's arrived is young ladies don't play fighting games. And I made a mistake on the last channel where I was making a joke where I saved a couple of bucks. I saved 7 pence because I pre-ordered it about 2 or 3 months ago. I was wrong. I actually saved, are you ready for this? I saved 3 pence because I pre-ordered it 4 months ago. I've only just started reading it. I'll give you an update. I'll probably do what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading tomorrow. Yeah, I finished Berserk, and rather than going straight into volume 2, I thought, yeah, let's have a little look at this. But the first, where am I? I'm only that far in, okay, so not very far at all. Just had a quick read last night. I cannot remember any of it, so I might have to go back to... it starts halfway through a conversation that they must have been having in volume 2 or something. I was like, I don't remember. There's 4 of them now. I thought there was only 2 at the beginning, maybe 3. Yeah, so I'm a little bit lost so far. A little bit confused, you know. So maybe I might skim through Volume 2 tonight just to get me back up to speed with this. So I really do appreciate it, you know. But yeah, that's a cool picture there. That's her with the fucking fight stick. I think that fight stick is the Mad Catz T2. I'm not 100% sure, but the game that they play in, the fighting game they play in, isn't actually a fighting game. It's not a real, as far as I'm aware anyway, it's not a real fighting game, but it'd be nice if they had it as a Tekken or something, or a Street Fighter, you know, but yeah, I finally got it, you know, so it's in its rightful home with me. I think that's all my pickups. Hopefully I can find the fucking remote, because I've got to go reach all the way over there now to fucking press the stop recording button. I know, my life is so hard. But yeah, I got my new lighting on the go. That's the main thing, so you can all see my beautiful face. Come at me, ladies. I am single. I've been single for ages. Anyway, sorry, we're going to cut it off right there. Sorry, dramatic cough at the end. I'm alright, don't call the ambulance. Yeah, we're going to cut it off there. Thank you very much for watching. Please duke in that subscribe button. It might not mean a lot to you, but it really means a lot to me. Every extra subscriber, closer to world domination, you know. Yeah, thank you very much to anyone that's going to take the time to watch this 36 minutes and 40-second video. Thank you, bye!